Okay, so today we are making eucalyptus spearmint shower steamers, but I'm adding menthol crystals. Hello and welcome to Vermont Lavender. My name is Diane. Thank you for joining me today. So I am making a single batch using 91% isopropyl alcohol, but you can use 99, that's fine. I wouldn't go any lower than that, and that's because of the water content. So let's get that measured out. And you want to make sure that you're in a nice ventilated area, that you have all your safety equipment on, and you're very careful with this. And I'm just covering it so it doesn't splash. Go everywhere is on the floor. The other reason I'm not doubling it is I don't have enough menthol crystal. I have to order more. Okay. There we go. And I get mine from Wholesale Supplies Plus. And the menthol crystals, all it is just the essential oil, but it's been extracted and crystallized. So it's the peppermint essential oil, so it's really, really strong. So this is a concentrated peppermint oil, is what it is. Alright, so that is that there. So now what I'm going to do is bottle that up and put it in some warm water. So I'm just going to place it right in the warm bath water and just go like this, so it just melts and melts away. So let's get that going. So this is a ball glass jar, and this is just for my menthol crystal. So I have menthol right on there, and I do wash it every single time. So I'm going to put this in there and I'll let that melt, or yes, I'll let it melt and become a liquid instead of the crystals, and then I'll be all set to add it to my mixture. So let's start making the shower steamers, and I'm going to start with the dry ingredients. I'll set this aside. Okay, so we are going to continue with the eucalyptus spearmint shower steamers, and I'm going to be adding the menthol crystals to it this time. So it's a little bit of a change up. It's always a good idea to sift your baking soda and your citric acid, and you just so it's nice and smooth and it doesn't have any clumps. It's just like when you make bath bombs. If you make any of that, it's always nice to have it smooth. It just seems to make a better product. And then I'm going to add my kale and clay. Just sift this all up together. And then I'm going to add my colorant, and I'm using Kelly Green Mica, and that is from Brambleberry. I'll show you that real quick. And so this is it right here. It's the Kelly Green Mica. I think when I mix it up, I'll put my mask on. All right, let's put it in the mixer. So I do have my mask on, and I'm going to run the mixer. And turn on the mixer and just blend this all together. You can do this by hand, or you can do this with a hand mixer too. So you don't need one of these big mixers, KitchenAid, although they work awesome if you're making a lot of body care products, but you can use a hand mixer too. it just mixes everything up. There we go. All right, so the next thing, so now I want to add my essential oil fragrance oil blend, and this is eucalyptus spearmint, and that is from Wholesale Supplies Plus. You want to add polysorbate 80, and that just helps to emulsify it, and so it doesn't leave any stains or residue on your tub or shower. So I'm going to add this to it. I just pour it in slowly, and then I just want to get all of this out of it. And I like using these little spatulas right here because they get all of it out, so it's really nice. So you don't waste any. Okay, so let's get that all mixed up. Give it a whirl. I'm so used to making big batches. So I'm just mixing it up in the bowl, just making sure everything is being incorporated. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. Oh, it smells wonderful. I can smell it right through the mask. So I also need to add my menthol crystals, right? I forgot about that. That's why it's not wet enough. It's like, this is not wet enough. Okay, so these are not melted yet. Okay. So I will have to wait a little bit more. They have to be totally melted. I'll get that melted and then we'll continue. So this is the menthol crystals, and if you can see, they are completely dissolved, and that's what you want. You want them completely dissolved. You don't want any chunks at all. So it's all clear, and now I'm ready to add this to my mixture. So let's do that next. Okay, so now I'm ready to add my menthol crystals. So I'm just scraping up the sides. Just want to make sure it's nicely incorporated because we want beautiful shower steamers for customers or our own personal use. And they smell wonderful. Let me tell you, the menthol crystals really do increase the scent of it, so I really enjoy that. And of course, they're always powerful when you're just making them. It's because the essential oils over time, they lose a little bit of their essence. All right, so I'm going to run this one more time quickly. All right, now I'm ready to add the citric acid. And it's about 55 for the humidity here in the shop. 40 is better. So my humidifier was full this morning, or dehumidifier was full this morning. So I emptied that, and now it's still running, so it'll make it less moisture in here, I guess. All right, I'm going to scrape up the sides. You want it nice and incorporated. That's the main thing, is get everything really well blended. All right, let's do our test method here. This is nice. All right, so you just grab a bunch of it, squeeze it, It should break apart pretty easily. Okay, so you just grab it like this, squeeze it, and drop it, and it should hold its shape. That's what you're doing. So that's what you're testing. So let's get these in the mold. So I'm making some little individual ones, and maybe I'll go on this side so you can see. And this is a really good mold, I think, to make some little ones. Although it is a little bit, you know, it's silicone, so it does move around quite a bit. Normally I use the Lotus one, and I am going to use that for any extra that I have. But I have quite a few customers that like the single pack of 10. So I need to make more of those. And it smells wonderful. Oh, just love it. So if you're having trouble breathing, this is really good. And it gives you, I don't know, it seems like the menthol gives you energy. Probably because it's very awakening, you know. It wakes you up. Okay, so I'm pressing all of these in, and I'm just seeing the depth, because when I get them all pressed in, they're about half filled in. So I need to add a little bit more. Just fill it right up like that. And then, I don't know if you've seen my video on the packaging, the little ones. It's, I forget the name of it, but packaging shower steamers. And it's in the little glassine bags. That is a really good way to go for these. And you put the little wasabi, that's washi tapes on the, wasabi sounds good, doesn't it? The washi tapes on the back of it just to hold it, or whatever tape you want to use. I just like it, it's pretty. Okay. And I have it in a little pan like this, because this has to dry overnight, so I don't take any of this out. When it uses silicone, it has to dry in the silicone mold. Whereas if you use like your Lotus one that's nice and hard, you can just flip that right over. And you've seen me do that in other videos. Or if you haven't, I have a whole playlist on shower steamers. Okay, so let's start getting it in. And you do have to press really hard to get them all the way in there and nice, and you know, the way you want it formed. So it is a little bit of a tedious, to me it is tedious, because you know, I make a lot of these, so if I was just making it for myself, like every once in a while, it wouldn't be a big deal, but you know, I'm making this to sell, and I make large quantities, so I do have an arbor press, and I will be using that, and I have some molds coming from Kata.com, and so we'll see how that goes. I just got a couple just to see you know, if it'll work better with the press. And the press, it wasn't too bad compared to like if you get one of those hydraulic ones. Wow. That's not in the budget right now. The arbor press was about $70, and that was with shipping. And this is 2023. So we know next year it'll probably be higher, but that's what it is in 2023 compared to about $1,000. So yeah. And you can do those little, there's other ones you can get, I guess, from Amazon, but the arbor press looks like it would really do a really good job, so I don't know. We'll see. I haven't tried it out, but it looks like it's pretty easy to use. It's very simple to set up. And so I will do a video on that. I will show you that. So stay tuned. And this mold right here, I only use this to make shower steamers, and the reason is when I do the sinus ones and I make them just like this, the menthol crystals, it seems to go right into, soaks right into the silicone. So when I store this, it smells like menthol crystals. That's how strong the peppermint essential oil is. It's very, very strong. So when you add it to any skincare products, you really want to be mindful of the infra, which is INFA, and that's the industrial fragrance, whatever. It's a fragrance association that regulates the amount of usage for essential oils or fragrance oils to be used in skincare products safely. It does smell good, wow. If you have any sniffles, that's a good time to be making this stuff. And as we're getting closer to the winter season with, you know, colds and things, even like in the spring, this is really good with allergies. I guess year round, really. Because I have people that buy the sinus shower steamers, the menthol, year round. Okay, so this is done. If you enjoyed this video, the next video to watch is... No, it's over there. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.